take on.
What do you think about abortion?
Abortion? I've had abortion. I think that it's a mental thing more than it is a political thing.
Like, how old were you when you had an abortion?
28. I think.
So your child would be like 8 if you didn't abort your child.
No, I was 28.
Right. Maybe
So
38.
that was about 2013, 14. So almost 10. Because July would have been 10 years.
Do you ever think about like, what if I hadn't? Like, why did you do it? By the way.
I think that sometimes you're too afraid to go to the right people.
What do you mean?
Meaning like people that could actually help the situation, other than like your family and friends.
Let's come a little bit closer.
Other
No,
than like,
no, put the mic up. Just you come a little. Push it back a little bit. Push it back a little. There you go. That's perfect. Just come a little bit closer here.
other than your family and friends.
So when you had the abortion, who did you go to? You said, "Hey, you went to your
Mostly
friends."
friends.
Okay. And so
I mean, some family, but also it's just like I think it's the fear of multiple things.
what was the fear? You were 28 at the time.
Like the fear of not being enough for your family. The fear it could be multiple things. The fear of like, how the hell am I going to do this? The fear of I'm not in the right space at this right time. Like it's a fear of a lot of stuff.
What about, did the man have any input into your abortion?
Yeah,
He was okay with it?
I think he wanted it more because it was the fear of for him his career too, and where he wanted to go and what he wanted to do and things like that. So
What was his career? Yeah, I mean, what career would
can't
have
talk
influenced?
about that.
Well, what kind of career would have influenced it? Like him having a child?
I would say like in the space of starting a big network of something. If I'm trying not to be like
Yeah, I
put
got
it, yeah.
Okay.
I mean somebody that's very well known now. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. He's very well known. Wow. This is interesting. Wow. What else? What do you think about Donald Trump?
What do I do about Donald Trump? That was a big ass fucking segue.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about then?
I have no comment.
You heard of Kilmo? You heard of Kilmo News? You follow him on Twitter?
Nah.
Oh, okay. How did you hear about him?
About family, friends, like people that just repost stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
What else I was going to ask you? So, do you regret the abortion?
regret? I think it depends on the day that you ask. Because I mean that's how it kind of works, right? Like I mean that's life in general. Things they say like, would you go back and change anything? And one moment you see why it shouldn't have been, and then the next moment you kind of go into the what could have been. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on the day that you're asking.
Yeah. Like, at what point did you get the abortion? Like, how pregnant were you?
4 months.
How late do you think it should be to get an abortion?
Whatever your heart desires.
So you were 4 months. What about, were you showing at 4 months?
Mm-hmm.
So what about like how much were you showing?
That's stomach.
Like somewhere you were visibly pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So what about like in 6 months?
I mean, I don't know medically the terms of things. Like, at what point is there like fingers and eyes and all of this stuff? But I do think it should be a cutoff time. But I don't know what that cutoff time will be. Like, I can't say medically what it should be. And I mean, it's a heartbeat super early on. But does that heartbeat and that thing that's going inside you actually feel, actually whatever? So like, I don't know those things. All I know is medically I was able to get it before 4 months and something, and that's when I made my decision.
How long did it take you to decide?
4 months.
4 months. So you were back and forth for 4 months. Wow. So you considering having this, and I changed your mind. Or something.
She went one day and then turned back around and went home.
Really? What made you go back home? You weren't sure?
I mean, it was the back and forth.
That's interesting. That's interesting. How did you feel afterwards?
I mean, I think everybody would feel miserable.